All right. What is up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Random Encounter Podcast. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by Big Mike,
Yo.
Phaneckswhy,
What's up?
and Ash Destroyum.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, Sensei's not here right now. I'm not too sure if he's going to be joining a little bit later on or what, but I guess we'll see in a few. But we got a bunch of stuff to cover today. PlayStation had a showcase. I believe in Big Mike's words, they were his favorite showcase of all time.
Verbatim.
And as well as Marvelous. Marvelous also had a showcase. I guess we could officially say that it's not E3, but I don't want to say Summer Game Fest. I hate that word. The
season.
The new game season. Yeah, it's here. Because there's a lot of announcements going on. There's still some they're going to be carrying over. And from here on out, there's going to be a lot of news we're going to be talking about because Xbox Showcase is only a few weeks away. Ubisoft and I believe EA is also doing their own showcase. So there's a bunch of showcases coming out soon. But before we get into that, I'd like to thank all subscribers that we have on YouTube, all 328. We really do appreciate you guys. Don't forget, share the channel. We are trying to get that 400 subscriber goal. We only have a few days to hit that, and we might not hit that, but hey, the closer we get to it, the better. We are trying to go for 500 subscribers by the end of June, and once we hit that goal, we're gonna have another event planned, and we'll see where we go from there. I got a few things in mind, but we'll see because 500 will be a huge milestone for us. So definitely share the channel so we can hit those goals. As well, if you're over on Twitch, follow us over at Twitch. We do stream, 3 days out of the week, and then Sunday we do have the podcast as always. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let me give me 1 second. Sensei's wrote back. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started because we got quite a few things to cover, and I actually have to leave right after this because we're going to have some fun after this. Let's start with the first thing. So Dolphin Emulator is delayed on Steam. If you remember, I believe it was like a couple months ago, Dolphin announced that they were going to go ahead and put their emulator on Steam, but a lot of things happened between there. They kind of it got delisted from Steam, so you can no longer follow it. And people did some digging trying to figure out. And I was watching MVG's video. For those of you who don't know MVG, he's a video game developer, but he's also a YouTuber. So it's kind of cool. He kind of dug deeper and went into it. And it looks like the whole reason is because they have the Wii keys built in. So after the GameCube era, the Wii had like a security key built into the system, so that could bypass any type of pirated games or anything like that. And the Wii was the first of its kind. But the developers of Dolphin, what they did is they added it directly into the Dolphin emulator versus having you go ahead and look for the keys yourself. And I guess that's one of the reasons why. But now people are speculating, because I just saw something else, that it looks like maybe Nintendo didn't remove it, but rather Valve themselves removed it without Nintendo's permission, or not permission, but without Nintendo having to ask for it. And it's probably because they discovered that it had that first, and they were like, to play it safe, let's just not put it on our store platform. What do you guys think about that?
Stupid. Like, they can't even make money off Wii games anymore. Everything's a secondhand market. Like, so they're not even losing money. So I don't know why they would even care.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand with like this whole like pirate thing. Give people a way to buy play Wii games then, if you don't want people to pirate it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you 100%. What about you other two? Fan doesn't care. It's like, yeah, I mean, you can always get Dolphin outside of Steam, and honestly,
yeah. So I mean, it's you can get Dolphin on the Steam Deck through the Linux desktop. Mm-hmm. Like, it's there, so you don't actually have to download through the Steam store. So it's like,
whatever. I read it being on Steam. The reason people wanted it is because it makes multiplayer games easier to play.
Oh yeah, you can do was it remote play together or whatever it's called in Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
So that's why people wanted it, because it kind of like adds a less steps, but you can still do that on a desktop or Steam Deck or whatever. So
yeah, I completely forgot about that feature. I think I used it once, and I was testing out Sonic Adventure. Which, fun fact, I found out that like for remote play together, you don't even need another PC. Like, you can have your phone, and if somebody sends you a remote play together invite, using the Steam app, basically it'll allow you to go ahead and stream it to your phone, and you can use your phone to play, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that neither. And then I was watching something on it, and I was reading something. I was like, whoa, that's how that works. That's pretty dope. What about you, Ash? Any thoughts, or you don't care?
Well, the thing is, I do believe that was an L for the developers for Dolphin, because they shouldn't have included that kind of stuff into their code and stuff, because that's technically an illegal number in terms of legality and stuff. Yeah. And Nintendo could go after them for that. Meanwhile, other developers will tell you, "Hey, go get this yourself. Go get this BIOS. Go get those keys by dumping them and everything."
Yeah,
Dolphin developers didn't really do that, so that was on them to do that in the first place. Do I understand why Nintendo went after them for it doesn't make any sense if you're not selling these on your platform to begin with, but at the same time, I do understand why that needs to be taken down, because what they have in their code. So
yeah, I agree. They have bought like other emulators, like for example, like Wii U emulator, Simu. They don't give you the keys; you have to search for it yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I think there needs to be like a law, like media that's like 10 plus years old, like you can't get in trouble for pirating.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Especially when there's no like way of accessing it.
Well, yeah, it's the emulator itself, because it's the I guess the security key is considered like source code or something like that.
So it is. But what are you gonna do with it? It's a Wii, bro. Yeah. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not reverse engineering a Wii, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do with the source code except play games? You know?
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing of like emulation isn't technically illegal. It's when you start trying to make a profit off of it.
Yeah.
Well, they're not making a profit off of it.
They're not.
I know, but the fact that they have it built into the system opens the door for someone to try and, like, someone else.
Well, I'm sure it's not.
I mean, people are going to do stuff regardless of like what you do. You know what I mean? They try to make drugs illegal. Look how that worked out.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things that it's like, I don't think it's not the emulator itself. It's that security key, and the security key is what's considered, I guess, copyrighted content. So they can't put that on there. That's why, like, Simu is like perfectly fine if they wanted to be on Steam, because they don't give you like that security keys, because that's pulled directly from Nintendo themselves. That's why, like, Dolphin itself is built by, kind of not reverse engineering, but they're kind of using like their own tools to emulate it. But then they use that in there. So, but yeah, I kind of get what you're getting at too, Mike. There's like, there's no other way to get a Wii now, so like why does it matter? Like it should expire, technically speaking. So there goes Sensei. He's gonna be joining us now. Thanks for the raid, Sensei. So yeah, there's basically there's no other way to get a Wii, right? So it's like, I do get that, understand, but I guess it's one of those things. Valve is probably just playing it safe. Like, look, last thing we need to do is get attacked by Nintendo. Which
at this point, I'm pretty sure they just don't want to ruin relationships with Nintendo, because I'm pretty sure like Valve's probably like as big or a bigger company than Nintendo.
Yeah.
At this point,
I agree. They're probably about the same.
Yeah.
Why ruin a relationship? Because you have like Portal already on there. If they ever wanted like Half-Life to be on there, they could. And we all know how Nintendo goes. What's up, Sensei?
What's going on?
Nintendo holds a grudge.
They do. Yes, they will hold a grudge. They'll keep that.
They'll find you in your house by your IP address.
Yep. They will show up at your door with their actual ninjas. But yeah, our second bit of small news is actually, I forgot to add this. I'm going to talk about it now. Naughty Dog wrote a statement delaying the Last of Us, what's it called? The multiplayer mode. I forgot what they called it. Is it Factions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they delayed that, saying they need more time to work on it. I believe Factions was
who cares anymore,
announced.
Dude?
Yeah, it was announced I think in 2020 or something like that.
It was announced when Part 2 came out, dude.
Okay,
no one cares anymore. It's been like too long now. It's been like 3 years.
Yeah. It's one of those things that I don't care. I probably wouldn't have played it to begin with, whenever it comes out. And it's at this point, I do agree, like the hype of The Last of Us was already here. At this point, you either delay it or wait till Last of Us Season 2 comes out and then release it alongside that. So there's some more hype.
They had a good opportunity with the show to like release it like either like before, during, or after, but now it's kind of like it's dead. You're being a dead horse now with that one.
Oh, fun fact, just real quick, I just realized now I know how Discord what's it called, organizes the screens. It's an ABC format. I was wondering, it's like, because I was like, I could have sworn Mike always used to be next to me, but now I'm looking at it, it's like, A for Ash, B for Big Mike, and so forth. It goes through, So, oh well, interesting, but sorry, off topic. That was like a ADD moment there.
It was an aha moment.
Exactly.
It was a mystery last stream.
Yeah, exactly. It was. Last stream I was like, why is that the case? But now I see what they're doing there. Next bit of news: Marvelous had a showcase. I put this under the small news section because I don't think any of us here play Marvelous games. Does anybody here play games from Marvelous at all? Yes,
I don't recall. I gotta look it up.
Okay, everybody's like, "What's Marvelous?" Like,
I was about to be like, "What is that?"
I said Marvel. I was like, I Spider-Man.
It's
super quick.
Marvelous. So they're the makers or publishers rather of like Story of Seasons, Rune Factory.
True.
Daemon X. I think it's pronounced Machina, not Machina. But they had their small showcase and it kind of flew under the radar, and I didn't even realize that they had a showcase until I found out like everything announced on Marvelous. I found a video about that. I was like, what? So I went over and took a look at it. So the first thing they showed off was Fashion Dreamer, which is just some fashion designing game. I think we saw that like at a Nintendo Direct or something like that.
We did.
Right. Then the next bit, which is a little bit more interesting, was Project Magia. And my biggest issue with this showcase is there was a lot of nothing. And what I mean by nothing, I don't mean that these games don't interest me, but rather there was
Sony
like
showcase.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
No, not the Sony. The Marvelous. Right. The Marvelous one. Yeah.
No, I know, but
I can hear you say well, this was like
about the Sony showcase, right?
No, we haven't. That's next. Yeah. Don't worry, we're waiting for you for that. Project Magia is interesting. So it's basically, it says the theme is around a new frontier, which is, I guess that's what they're trying to go for. But I'm gonna move over and change my scene for a minute so you guys can see something. To all my anime fans out here, do you notice this character on screen, or who they look like rather? On screen.
Crap. Let me just keep it up for a bit. Let me try to.
Okay, you don't have it. Yeah. So if you guys have the stream on there, notice who there is. Yep.
They look oddly familiar. Are they from that
Natsu?
that Zero?
Yeah.
Natsu.
No, yeah. So
NPSensei said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Natsu from Fairy Tail.
Yeah, actually, it was Cordova Universe?
Cordova,
yeah. He says Fairy Tail and Natsu. Yeah, the other one looks like Lucy. Yeah. So actually, the character designs are by Mashima. He himself is actually doing the character designs. And yeah, literally the first time I look at it is, oh wait a minute, we got Natsu and Lucy here already. Like
based on their designs, they look like more like characters from Eden Zero because Mashima also did that too. So
he also did that, yeah. Which the characters from Eden Zero look exactly like Fairy Tail, which look exactly like Rave Master, which look exactly.
He has like no diversity in his artwork. No, like, literally. Nope. Even that that little snowman guys in like all of them. Like,
Plu. yeah. Well, yeah, he's Plu in Rave Master. I don't know if he has the same name in Fairy Tail. And I believe
I can't remember. He's supposed to be like a dragon.
He's like a cone. He has like a cone, a cone head. Not the dragon. Not.
Oh no, you're not thinking about.
Not happy.
Not happy. Okay.
Yeah, the other one. Let's see. Naruto says, "Is that all he can draw? Even the sequels looks like Lucian." Yeah, that's all he can draw. Like literally every character looks alike. If you watch Rave Master and then look at Fairy Tail, the main bad guy looks exactly like Jalal. Like it's literally Jalal in every way, shape, or form. He just copied and moved over to Fairy Tail. You have Guild Arts, who's literally Shanks from One Piece. So
right.
He makes me laugh at that. Hey, what's up, David? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so they're working on this game called Project Magia, and yeah, Mashima is doing the art design, and they showed off some character art for that. And yeah, that's really like, we'll see how that goes. I'm more interested in the character art than the game itself right now, but no, we'll see. If it's big budget and it's interesting, I might play it.
It's like he mashed a couple characters together. Like
it's
I'm gonna make her look like Lucy, but then I'm gonna give her the hairstyle of like someone else. And then
he's always been doing that, unfortunately. So
yeah.
It's basically that for the Office meme where she looks at both pictures and she's like, "That's the same picture."
Yeah. All it is he's been using AI before everyone. That's all he does. He says, "Give me a character that looks like Natsu but is not Natsu," and then there you go. Like, and then Eden Zero's main character, which I haven't seen. I gotta watch that because
it's basically Natsu with black hair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't they even have a character that looks like Urza with black hair in it too, I believe.
I got 2 episodes in and I'm like, this is trash.
No, she has red hair.
She has red hair?
I think she has red hair. Yeah, I think she actually has red hair.
Honestly, it's not. It's basic, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Fairy
There's
Tail.
so much better stuff to watch.
Yeah, which is a shame. Like Fairy Tail started really good, and then it went downhill, in my opinion. So
yeah, I feel like friendship is magic.
What? Say what again?
Became My Little Pony. Friendship is magic.
Yeah. After the time skip, which somebody put out a good analysis. After time skips, they just go downhill. Like the only one that hasn't gone downhill is like One Piece.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
One Piece is the only one, and I guess you could kind of say Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but those are technically 2 different series.
Yeah,
I don't understand why people like do like time skips. Like it's just kind of like I think they do it for the shock and awe, and they can never pull it off.
No. Let me tell you about Granddaddy Dragon Ball Z. So y'all remember Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah,
that was one of the first time skips ever to happen when he went to the World Tournament after being gone for like 3 years.
Yep.
And Goku literally changed from being a child to adult Goku, and from then on, it's never been the same. It's never been the same. But it was one of the first to do it and one of the best to do it because it literally the time skip changed the narrative of the story.
Yeah. Because he did, he was older. He was also better, and it was just That's
It
why I
stopped
like
being
Z
so
a lot.
jokey and everything else. It went straight crazy.
Well put.
He had it. Yeah, it was well put and planned out. Like I feel like Fairy Tail, they just did it to do it.
Yeah,
like without a like.
Because they didn't have another idea probably for to continue the story. He's like, what should I do now? It's like, well, let's just throw in a time skip and then I'll just figure it out for that point.
Well, for them it's because they were on that island training, and I guess because in that island like time flew differently or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I watched that. It's almost like 10 years now. Yeah. But I know when they came back, like they all stood the same. That was basically their answer is like they all stood the same, but everybody that wasn't on that island all got older.
Aged, yeah.
Yeah, so oh well. But yeah, enough fairy tale. Project Life is another RPG that they said is coming out. You're gonna see a lot of projects. There's a lot of projects that they're working on. And then basically it says it's just an RPG. That's all they really said. Project Life is RPG. I'm sorry. And the theme around Project Life is, anybody want to take a guess?
Get a life.
It's about life. That's the theme around this. Like literally, and they didn't show like much about it.
Can you touch grass in it?
Possibly.
So it's just better than the Sims.
That would be goated, bro. Like
game changer.
They showed off a new Story of Seasons game. The theme, they talk a lot about themes. The theme around Story of Seasons is experiences. And then the new Rune Factory game was pretty interesting. So they announced one called Project. Well, there's two Rune Factory games they have coming out. One is themed East. The other one is themed West. The one that's themed East is called Project Dragon. And that one looks pretty interesting. It definitely looks like they took inspiration from Breath of the Wild and Genshin Impact. Because when you actually look at the gameplay, it actually reminds me a lot more of Genshin Impact. But with Rune Factory elements in there. It looked pretty interesting. Like they showed off like a trailer, really no actual gameplay, but like the trailer was like they were riding a dragon. Actually, there was minor gameplay where they were running through a field. Enemies pop up from the ground. They have to fight them, similar to Genshin Impact. And then they didn't show anything about the West one. The West one is called Rune Factory 6, and that's all they said. And then the last bit was a teaser, which again, they didn't really show anything. It's a sequel to Daemon X Machina. It's called Titanic Scion. And for those of you who don't know what Daemon X Machina is, it's a mech game where you play as a guy, you get into a mech, and you do mech things. It's Sensei's favorite topic.
Yeah, I hate mechas.
But unless it had one button. What if it has a one button action? Change your mind?
It depends on what the waifus look like.
Fair enough. Well,
I mean, if it's like 0.
All right, then yeah, maybe.
But yeah, let's read the chat a little bit. Let's see. It says, was it Trini Senpai says, y'all think Boruto time skip's gonna hit? No, because Boruto, in my opinion, already sucks.
Boruto hit? Has it hit at all?
Yeah,
I was typing back to him. I was like, yeah, I think it'll be trash like the rest of the show, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, I do see that answer a little bit after, and then David said he hasn't watched Boruto. Yeah, I tried getting into it. I'm sorry, man. It's just nowhere near as good as Naruto was in the beginning.
It has scorned so many Naruto fans that I don't think it could ever come back to the hype where Naruto used to be.
Yeah, it can't. Like you go from
a reboot.
Nah, I don't know. Like you could reboot it, but like you would have to change. Like after the pain fight, you need to change the rest of the story, and that's my personal opinion. Because I think after the pain fight, it just went downhill real quick.
Nah, like you can keep the story the same, just cut out like half the filler, HD 4K that thing, and then have it be people will still that nostalgia will hit different for everybody in the audience, and it will just print money.
Yeah. Let's see on YouTube. Radenko Popovich says Cyberpunk 2077. What do you mean about that? Because I didn't get to see when that was written, so I don't know what we were talking about when you wrote that. But yeah, let's go into that Sony showcase. So that's the pretty much highlight of today's podcast. The Sony showcase. Oh man, like I don't know how to put this nicely.
Nothing else mattered but Spider-Man 2. Yes. So
hey, Metal Gear. Don't forget about Snake, okay? Or technically, isn't that still Snake?
It's still James? It's still Snake. Yes.
We saw Snake
doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah, we saw Snake for 2 seconds, and we didn't even give a release date. I was not pressed about that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. We're gonna go down through the announcements in PlayStation Plus order, or PlayStation blog order. So how they have it on the blog, we're not gonna do it by what they're showing. So give me a second to change scenes. All right. So let's start with this. So PlayStation, the first thing they have here on the blog is they did announce a couple of things such as Project Q. Project Q is a device that's really just for remote playing. That is it. So from their blog says, take a sneak peek at the new accessories revealed at today's showcase. The Project Q device for playing games installed on your PS5 and streamed over Wi-Fi. And then plus our first official wireless earbuds, not ours, but PlayStation's official wireless earbuds, offering lossless audio on PS5 and PC. More details in the coming month. For me, Project Q is interesting. I probably will get it just because of the channel. But I mean, we'll wait and see how that goes. I need to know more because
I need a price point.
Exactly, price point. And is that all it is, just for remote playing? Is it just a Wii U gamepad for the PS5? Like, I need to know that stuff.
So that's not someone else's tablet. That's a literal screen that they're like giving you when you purchase the device. Okay.
Yeah, Renenko Popovich said, walking from trailer park to oil fields in Cyberpunk. I've never played Cyberpunk, so I don't actually know that. You play Cyberpunk, right? Right, Big Mike?
Yeah. Yeah.
You get the
reference? For a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
No?
I don't know the context of what we were talking about. When
I don't know neither. I was like trying to remember, what it was that we were talking about. But yeah, going back to this
anime, and that's what got me into it. The game's nothing like the anime. I'm just
yeah, for real.
I still gotta watch it because you guys kept saying it was good.
It's so good.
Edge Runners is good. Runners is good.
But what were you saying, Sensei, about this?
Oh no, I just thought it was because you mentioned that it was. When I first saw it, I thought it was like their own version. I thought it was the Vita 3 or Vita 2, whatever. And like I was hype about it. But now that you're saying it's just like a remote play type of thing, I'm just like, maybe not so much.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just for remote play. It's a Wii U gamepad. What are you guys' thought? The rest of you guys?
They just missed the opportunity so hard, bro. Like, you're gonna make a remote play device instead of making like another handheld when handhelds are hot.
Yeah,
come on, that looks like a better Switch to me, and they're flopping.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as design wise, it just looks like a fan made it. Like they just split apart the DualSense controller in half.
It looks like you can just like slide them off. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought it was about to be cool. If you could like make it into like another controller and then like be able to, like your Switch can take the.
Damn, David, why you trying me right now, bro? Posture check. Who put that on there, dude?
I did put that on there. Yeah, posture check, guys. Make sure we're all sitting straight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have the worst one. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's got to come down in price. I mean, if they're gonna charge more than $200 for this thing, then I'd be like, no.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Even $200 is too much. Even $200 is too much.
I agree. Like, so here's my thought. Right, my thought process on this is, A, I'm gonna get it for the channel. Right, that's one reason. B, I have hopes that this has like an OS in it where you can hack it. So you can get like emulators and stuff like that running on it. But then I know it's like, well, I got the Steam Deck already. Like, why do I need that? Like, I get that too. But I guess we'll wait and see because they might make it just run off of Android or something like that. So you can also play Android games on there. More than likely not. They'll probably use like their own in-house OS. But I guess we'll have to wait and see more. I will get it.
All you have to do is imagine yourself laying on a bed like that I have in the back, twiddling your toes together, and then playing Spider-Man 2. That's what they want you to do.
So
I'm hoping that it'll be like, and you know how Xbox has Game Pass, right? Like it'll have like a dedicated for PlayStation
Now for
Plus.
streaming.
Yeah.
That might be interesting. They have a lot of room to work with it. They could be like, depending on because we don't know what hardware they're using to make it, right?
No, we don't.
No.
Exactly. Like, it could be something crazy that they could be like, oh, okay, now we can do this with it.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. So.
This we'll have to wait and see, but like for me, so since you don't know like my setup, like I have my PS5 downstairs, which is why it's rarely used. And what the most like the way I was using it, like the majority of time, specifically like when the pandemic was all hot, it was through remote play because like at nighttime, right? I want to play my PS5. I would just go upstairs though, but I want to lay down in bed, so I would use it through remote play. So if this can give me better latency than my phone, then okay. Because, it's a dedicated device. So you would assume it will give you the best latency. But then the Steam Deck, I was playing around with that using Chayaki, which is like a third-party remote play app.
I actually use that. I used that before.
And it's amazing. Like I think it's like way better than the remote play app itself on phone. So it's like if I have the Steam Deck, I technically don't need that. But I guess we'll wait and see how it goes. Like I said, I will be getting it. We'll have some reviews out there and see what we think about it. If it's worth it, I'll make the sacrifice. I'll sacrifice for everybody. But the buds are a little bit more interesting. Like I might get it because me and Mike were talking on the last group stream. like sometimes wearing my over the ear headphones, sometimes I'll get a headache, especially if I'm wearing my hat. And having the buds with lossless quality and it could connect to my PC would actually work really well, because then I could just use the buds instead of this and be able to listen to everything. So the buds I'm a little bit more interested into. I mean, I got Beats was it Beats Fit Pros, but like I don't want to but I don't want to go ahead and connect that to my PC or anything like that. Like I would use it specifically for gaming. So
not only that, but anything that's not like a dedicated like Bluetooth to your PC always messes up.
It's bad. Yeah. Yep. That's another issue, because I did try at one point, because on one of our podcasts, it was a group stream, my headphone wasn't working, so I had to plug in, use my AirPods, and like the latency was just bad with the Bluetooth. So I was like, nah, like I had to go and get some cheap like plug-in headphones I had somewhere.
I gotta mention this Ash nice tank top, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. I got it from Hot Topic.
Yeah,
I like it.
Kotsky. Cheers, Kotsky. Now I still have to represent Zelda here. Got the.
I feel that.
Always about Zelda right here. Yeah. Next bit of news: Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So I feel dumb because when they announced it, I was like, "What is this? Metal Gear Solid Triangle?" But that's the Delta symbol. Like, because I was wondering.
Understandable. I was the same way too.
Yeah. But it's Metal Gear Solid Delta. The trailer reminded me of the same trailer they used for, I believe, the 3DS. I want to say they used the same trailer, just in a lower resolution format. Nothing else. We don't know if the game is actually going to look like this, right? Is Snake going to actually look like this picture art? I doubt it. If it does, then wow, amazing. But they didn't show anything else. Very disappointed, because no gameplay. And there was a lot of no gameplays on this. Bungie officially announced Marathon, which I never knew what Marathon was. And apparently that was like one of Bungie's first game. I think, Mike, you had mentioned that during the stream.
It's the first game they made before
precursor to Halo.
Yeah. And this is a live service game that they're doing.
Of course it is.
I'm very Bungie, they kind of showed it. I don't know what's going on in the trailer. Like, it seems like it's PvP, but maybe there's some PvE elements. Like, I don't know.
Honestly, I saw flashing lights. I said, okay, this might look fun. But
the shooting and stuff like that, it almost looks like they're shooting paintballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like I was in a Tron movie.
Yeah, it's like, is this like an adult Splatoon? Like, what's going on?
I think you're thinking of are you thinking of no, I'm saying I think Fan is thinking of.
No, you're thinking about that, like
Foam Stars.
Yeah, Foam Stars.
No, I'm actually talking about this. I know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
The soap stars, but I'm talking about this actual game, because they're shooting paintballs. Like in the video, it wasn't an actual bullet. It wasn't an actual like gun. It looked like a paintball.
Play it right now,
because it looks like robots shooting paintballs.
Let's see. Fast forward to some. See robots, or what look like robots. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Are you gonna shoot?
Because when he gets hit, he was
doesn't look the blue stuff. But I thought it was because robots.
Yeah. See, it looks like he got hit with a paintball.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I saw that. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, this is like a Halo meets Splatoon.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Like, my thing about this is, hey, you have people like me who didn't know what Marathon was. If you don't show me gameplay, I don't know what the game's about. Like, I've never played Marathon, and this is just the start of the problem. But anyways, Destiny 2, they showed off that. Cade 6 is back. I think I called him like Cade 7 or something like that in the stream.
Bro, that's super hype, bro. That's the last expansion.
Street Fighter 6, June 2nd, baby.
Street Fighter 6. I'll be streaming it. Sensei's gonna be streaming it.
Wait, is June 2nd?
Yeah, June 2nd, next Friday, or this Friday rather.
That's literally the same day as for the premiere for the new Spider-Verse movie. I just realized.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be watching the premiere. I'll wait for it on demand because I
always go to
premieres. So, but I'll be streaming Street Fighter 6, which I feel this doesn't need to be in the Sony showcase because we all know it's coming. Like, why have that there?
Yeah, they already showed enough on it. That was just a filler, dude.
Yep. And then some other stuff. So Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay, which was at the end. Probably the highlight of the show.
Which is dope, but I already knew what it was gonna be. Like, it's cool and all, but to like lean your whole showcase on Spider-Man 2, like, is kind of whack.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts. So like me and Mike were like Like for me, like I know what Spider-Man is, and it just looked more like Spider-Man. So nothing I was hyped for.
Which is nothing wrong with that. I'm super excited for it, but I already knew what it was gonna be. Like, you know, like you have 2 Spider-Man games.
What in this showcase was better than Spider-Man? Like I looked at the showcase and I was like,
that's not what I'm saying.
No, we're not saying that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, we're saying like Spider-Man was
to lean your whole showcase on Spider-Man. It's kind of like a whack move. Or like a super safe move. Yeah, I would say.
I would say like they
smart business move because they had Twitter jumping for like 2 to 3 days. It might still be jumping now. I just haven't checked.
Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like so me personally, I think it's overhyped because when you look at Spider-Man, it's just more. To me, it looks like more Spider-Man 1, right? Unless they're hiding something, it's just more Spider, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but I guess for a showcase, I'm looking for something interesting. If anything, the thing that interests me the most in the showcase was what's the name of that game? Let's see if they.
It was that for me. It was that Japanese game or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that samurai game.
Yeah. And be like, well, that's just another Souls.
Yeah.
The Phantom, whatever.
But I mean, yeah, I can get what you're saying. It's another Souls, but it looked a lot more interesting.
And they've been dropping. So okay, let me break
it's a new IP. You know what I mean? That's what I get excited for.
Yeah.
Spider-Man released. We got the first one 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Then we didn't get one until 2020. And now we're just now getting another Spider-Man. We've gotten a Souls game every year. Back to back to back to back to back. I was not excited. It looked good. Like they all do.
What Souls game every year?
Wait, what Souls game are we talking about?
Yeah,
I'm talking about what's it called? So we got Elden Ring, we got Souls like, my bad, not Souls.
Oh, Souls like. Oh,
my bad.
Souls like. I was like, I know.
You had Demon Souls. You had it all. Like it's nothing but Souls like games 24/7.
Yeah, but they've also been coming out to since 2007, 2008. So there's going to be a lot more
popular now.
Yeah,
but like for me, I don't know.
I think it just showed the story because you didn't. When they announced it, no one really knew what the story was going to be about. Other than that, Venom was going to be in it. Yeah. Other than that, you knew Venom was going to be in it. Now you know that Kraven the Hunter
is in it.
But is in it because they still remember Mr. Negative was in the first one, and then you never knew how it was going to end, like it was, but like it did.
I really think I'm just superhero fatigued. I don't get excited about superhero stuff.
I just wanted a new gameplay trailer for Logan. They announced that a while back.
So yeah, I mean they could have took out Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 16 and put Logan instead or something, or Wolverine instead.
Yeah, I would have been hyped for Wolverine because I don't know, we don't know anything about that game.
Yeah, or the Wonder Woman game. Remember they showed off a Wonder Woman game a while back.
Oh yeah.
Sony did at the same time of showing Wolverine. They showed off a Wonder Woman game.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot about that. Wow, sheesh.
They might want you to too.
But yeah,
that's what I mean by playing it safe. Because why did they announce Wolverine 2-3 years ago and they still haven't showed anything on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It makes you wonder. And they didn't even announce a release date for Spider-Man. They just said fall 2023, which we already knew.
Yeah, that might get pushed back.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't know,
if it's not a definite release date, they're still kind of tiptoeing around it.
Fall starts in 3 months.
Another Jedi Survivor.
Yeah,
that's fine for me.
That's
Jedi
true.
Survivor is great. I haven't had a crash on it.
Shouldn't have said that, Mike. Shouldn't have said that.
We'll see. I had a crash once. Then they updated it. Now it runs gravy.
But
at least they did a response. What's up?
I said, why would they have to update it? You see, I want them to take all the time. That way, when I get my Spider-Man, I want to play Spider-Man all throughout the first day.
I would rather them update it than not do anything at all. You know what I mean?
They're always going to update it.
That's he's talking about initially coming out. So it's rather than come out like Jedi Survivor, he wants it to come out like Tears of the Kingdom.
Right.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But this is 2023, and that's asking a lot. So
is it? Is asking a lot for my game?
Asking a lot for shareholders. Asking a lot for shareholders.
I got a 3080, and I guess it's just not strong enough to run it. Okay.
Yeah. Core. Is it? How does this pronounce? Is it Cordova?
Cordova.
Our Cordova Universe says, they still haven't shown Wolverine. Yeah, there's still a lot of things they could have showed. Which is a shame. But yeah, going on to the next game. What is this? I don't even know what it is. A game called Fair Games that basically like Payday. It's a heist game. Yeah. Again, no gameplay. just straight up cinematic trailer coming out on PS5, PC. To me, I'm like, I don't care. Show me gameplay. So Sensei, you haven't been with us that long, but for me personally, I hate showcases, specifically if they don't show gameplay. That's why I'm always hyped for Nintendo Directs, because they like have a policy outside of a few games that they rarely do, but they usually have a policy of showing gameplay of all their games. Like the very few that they haven't was like when Bayonetta 3 was announced, Tears of the Kingdom was announced, and
Metro Prime 4.
Metro Prime 4. Like those are like the few times they never showed gameplay. But like, it just seems like Xbox and now and PlayStation, they just do this cinematic trailer over and over, and we don't even know what the game's about. And they expect you to be hyped for this. Like, I hate that. It's like, to me, cinematic trailers are like watching a movie trailer, or I'm sorry, hearing a movie trailer. Because it's like not having any scenes. You can hear the movie trailer, but you can't see what the movie is.
Yeah, because you have like a gorgeous cinematic trailer sometimes, and it's like 2D graphics. You know what I mean? Like
that indie game that they showed. I'm like, oh, well, this looks interesting, but what is the gameplay? Like, what is it about? Like, I don't understand that.
It's like, like it's like a point and click game after like an epic cinematic trailer. Like, nah, man.
Yep. And then another one is Concord, which is a new PvP multiplayer by Firewalk Studios. It's first person for PS5 and PC. Again, another game as a service. A lot of these are Sony first party. So Firewalk Studios is first party. Helldivers 2, which looks interesting. Helldivers 1 was more isometric, so it's like a top-down shooter. This is third-person shooter. Mike had called it a Destiny clone, which is it's fair. Or Halo clone, you said. Halo clone.
No, yeah, I seen the divers, and I'm like, yo, those are ODST.
Yeah. I think they were exactly inspired by that, because even the original Helldivers, like the artwork, they look a lot like ODSTs. Alan Wake 2, they showed off, coming out on PS5. Well, it looks like PS5 only. I thought it was coming out on Xbox. It had a little bit of
gameplay in it.
Yeah.
That's why I like everything to be released.
Yeah, show what, PS5 only or gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to release a game nowadays, stop making it for older consoles for the most part. Like, if it's messing with the development, go ahead and hang it up.
Yeah,
make it more ready.
It's been 3 years now, like, and like consoles are easy to get now, so like, it's about time.
What else here? Dragon's Dogma 2, which they showed off. Which I will tell you this, I'm excited for Dragon's Dogma 2. But the trailer didn't impress me because it just looked more like Dragon's Dogma 1. So for people who've never played Dragon's Dogma, they might be excited for it. But for me, and like the same thing like Spider-Man 2, this just looks more like Dragon's Dogma 1. And I was just like, okay, like I would like to see more. What's new about Dragon's Dogma 2? Why is there a 2 there? How do
you feel about God of War?
Felt the same way. Yeah. The only reason why I was a little bit more excited about God of War versus like these is because of the story. Like I really liked the God of War story. And that's why it got me hyped.
Which ended up being trash then.
Like
Spider-Man wasn't. Wait, you didn't like the ending?
No, bro, they played it so safe. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
everybody was expecting Kratos. Well,
no,
spoilers.
I didn't care about Kratos dying.
Okay,
but it's not a spoiler. It came out in November. I don't care anymore. Like, bro, like I don't care about Kratos dying, but like nothing really happened at the end. They pretty much just defeated the bad guy, and everyone lived happily ever after.
I think you got it. You got that crazy storyline in the first God of War trilogy. This is I didn't think you needed that craziness because it was showing Kratos growing up, and he had to look at his son and be like, I am a father, I am not this destroyer and everything. I felt like it showed major growth in him, and then it opened
you're confusing two different things. Character development was amazing. I'm talking about the overall story was trash.
Overall story?
Like the way it ending. The character development was great.
I do admit they could have handled Ragnarok a little bit better, but
Ragnarok, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the ending of Ragnarok.
Yeah,
you're talking about Ragnarok the event.
All the way, I know. Yeah, I'm talking about Ragnarok the event. I'm talking about all the way up until Ragnarok. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, no, I liked it. And then at the end, like, because they had did you play it?
Yeah.
They had the storyline with Atreus and Odin and like that one thing that they found, and I was like, I was so invested in that storyline, and then they're just like, no, I don't want the knowledge, and it's like, all right, cool, like, you know, like wasted all this time for no reason, like.
Well, if you really want to see playing it safe, do you know the guy who jumps off the boat in that one scene?
The guy who jumps.
Like they're getting attacked when they get on like the boat that Freya's brother makes.
Oh yeah.
And he jumps off and saves everybody. You know, you can find him in a side quest and he's just fine.
For
dog. I was like, okay. I was like, Rose just chilling. Okay. I thought I would see him like dead and we'd have to bury it. Nah, bro was just sitting there like.
You're right.
Up?
No, because I did find him. You're right, dude. I didn't even think about that. Like,
but other than that, I was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my take on that. They showed Final Fantasy 16.
Heck Zaza said weak ass ending. I think he's agreeing. Yeah.
Yeah, Zaza. And David did said too.
It wasn't.
David said
I feel like morally, I feel like they're going more for a moral standpoint than a big epic.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You know, Atreus grows up, goes in his own way. Kratos like settles down with Freya and stuff, but it's still like boring. Like, I don't know.
I mean, isn't all like, so you get through the Cinderella story, and what do they do after the end? They just chill out until they die, I guess. Like that's just kind of the story has to calm down at some point.
But I'm more mad that, you know, like that whole mask thing like didn't go anywhere. I think that's like I think that's what I'm mad about.
That could have been something. Yeah. That could. I feel like that was just a MacGuffin, and they were just like they're like, this is how we're gonna, you know, get, you know, Atreus over to Odin and everything else. Like that's just the connecting piece, but they could have done more with it.
Yeah. Anyway,
it was just a plot point, but didn't do anything with it.
Right. Like, or by next game they'd be like, "Well, the mask, something happened to it, and and this is why Kratos is in Egypt." They'd be like, "Yo, I'm here. Whatever."
Now he's gonna fight Egyptian gods.
Yeah. You know, I would buy that in a heartbeat, bro.
I'll be like, good storytelling. I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah, next game, Final Fantasy 16, they showed off a launch trailer, which again, another game I feel like they didn't have to show again because like there was already a lot of Final Fantasy 16 news. Specifically that week, there was too many like previews and stuff like that going on. It's a game that I'm already buying day one, so it's like I don't need to see any more of that. It's reminded me of Deathloop, how Sony showed Deathloop at every single PlayStation showcase. Like, no, I don't want to see.
I never heard of Deathloop ever again after that.
Yeah, after that, like nobody talks about it.
It was a pretty good game.
Yeah,
too.
A lot of people liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't play it, but you know, a lot of people liked it. Then Foam Stars, which is literally just Splatoon. Like Foam Stars is Splatoon, PS5, PS4 exclusive. Instead of shooting paint, you're shooting foam. And it looks like it has like hero elements. Like each person has like a different weapon. I don't know. Like again,
that's the only difference.
Yeah,
I did not care for it.
Yeah. Cinematic trailer again, or actually, they did have gameplay.
They
show gameplay.
Yeah,
but it looked as messy as the cinematic. So
yeah, I wasn't a fan of the character design either. What else? They show 2 new playable characters in Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and no release date. This game was announced, I want to say like 4 years ago or something like that. Yeah, originally Platinum Games was working on it, and I think Platinum Games is no longer involved. Now it's just Side Games themselves. And yeah, like I'm excited. Like I want to play that. Hence, you know, my background. Like I really want to play the game, but at this point, I'm more worried. I do like because it has like multiplayer elements to it. So like you kind of go through missions and dungeons. Think like, well, I won't say like Diablo. You got like levels. You could play through co-op. You go through all of it. It's an action RPG. You choose a character, you level them up, things like that. So I'm excited for the game, but not having a release date was kind of a bummer. I want to say like the majority of these games didn't have a release date. They had a release window, but that's about it. What else? A new Immortals of Avium trailer, which again, it's a game that I think comes out like next week or something like that, in a couple of weeks, I believe. It's like a first-person Halo meets like magic thing, whatever. And then Tower Fantasy coming to PS5, PS4. So if you're a Tower Fantasy fan, now you can play it on PS5 or PS4 if you're not playing on PC or mobile already. Which that was interesting. And then they showed off some VR games, or VR2 games rather. Beat Saber, Resident Evil 4 VR, Arizona Sunshine 2, which is a zombie game, which I didn't even know there was a part 1 for that. Crossfire Sierra Squad, which looks like Call of Duty but in VR. Five Nights at Freddy Help Wanted 2, which is VR, and then
I feel like the only 2 games that's going to be that's selling is Friday Night at Freddy's and Resident Evil 4.
Yep, same here. And maybe Beat Saber.
But I'm glad they did release as many as they did because their library was hurting. Like it literally you were holding a brick if you bought the system because there was nothing else you could play.
Except Horizon.
Yeah, except Horizon. And then then there was indie games that were announced. They had Ghost Runner 2. Never played the first one, but Ghost Runner 2 was announced. The Plucky Squire, which actually it was probably one of the best looking games there. It reminds me of A Link Between Worlds. So you can kind of go through like the drawings and kind of move around in a 2D space, but then you can also go to a 3D space.
That looked kind of good.
Yeah, it looked pretty interesting. That was actually let me see. Actually, I can probably click on this so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so like right here on the screen, you can see like they're in a 2D space right now. So there looks like what it looks like Snake Wave from Dragon Ball, I guess. They're in an area that looks like that, fighting snakes. But then let's see if they have a 3D. Of course not. They don't have. Oh yeah, here we go. But then you have the 3D space here, where they're actually moving around in a 3D, what looks like a toy world or something like that. So it looks very interesting. I will probably get it depending on the price. Oh yeah, and then it shows a 2D space as well. So yeah, pretty interesting, pretty cool. It's like RPG, action RPG. It looks like there's a lot of different fighting mode or game modes here.
I get Adventure Time / Steve Universe vibes for some reason.
I can see it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like if I'm looking through all the screenshots, I have them playing on Twitch there. Like this is like, it looks like a rail shooter. Yeah, so
is that how they have the game? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so they have like multiple different things and they all play differently. That's pretty cool. It's interesting. I will definitely give it a shot because it looks like my cup of tea right there.
Seems like a nice time waster.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably gonna be what, like $15, $20, like nothing basically. What else? Sword of the Sea, which I think Giant Squid Games. I think they made Journey. No, they made that underwater game. What's that game? Subnautica, I believe it was. So that same team, or maybe it's that other water game. There's like a couple ones. Was it Absu or whatever? I don't know. Giant Squid made something that has to do with water. Teardown, which I don't even remember what that was. Cat Quest, which is pretty interesting. Pirates of Caribbean, which is basically Cat Quest 3. I played that on Apple Arcade. It's pretty fun. Neva, I don't even know what Neva is. Developers of Gris. Revenant Hill, Towers of Axaba, Talos Principle 2, and then Revealing Ultros. Where's that game? What's that game that it's not on here? What was it, like Phantom Blade Zero or something, right? Was that what it was called?
Yeah, that was the Souls-like looking game.
I'm looking at it, it's not even on here at all, unless I skipped over it. So I want to show some like pictures, but no, it's not even on here. I wonder why. So I wonder if this is actually missing games.
Maybe they're like, oh, we showed that too early.
Maybe, and they removed it. Yeah, because it's Street Fighter 6. There goes that.
I mean, you could slide back to the showcase itself and look at it.
Yeah. I'm going to see what's on their blog, though. Maybe they have something here on their blog. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so this game, Phantom Blade Zero, which apparently it's a mobile game in China. And they just are bringing it out to PS5. And it's the same team. So they're known for making mobile games. And now they're making a giant game that's made for PS5. So this is going to be pretty interesting. S Game is the studio. Yeah, it looks cool, like character design, but like Sensei said, it's Souls-like, just set in China. But I like the character designs; they look pretty dope. Yeah. So, what's everybody's overall thoughts on the showcase? Like, what do you think about it? You said Spider-Man was what?
Awesome. Like literally after the showcase, Twitter, nothing else mattered but what Spider-Man was looking like. Like I didn't hear any talk about anything. They were like, "Oh, Metal Gear was cool," but like that. Other than that, that was it.
Was that your favorite thing of the showcase?
What, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. According to Sony, that was the only thing that mattered. They saved it for last. They were like, "Listen, guys, I know that they literally kept you there," and they were like, "I know what you've been waiting for." That was it.
What about you, Mike? What was your favorite thing of the showcase?
My favorite thing, yeah, I mean, probably it's gonna be like Spider-Man. Maybe that samurai game, but it was a pretty disappointing showcase.
Yeah. Ash,
I kind of fell asleep throughout most of it until Metal Gear Solid will me up because of the soundtrack I know, and then after that, at the very end was practically Spider-Man. So if anything, I'll probably choose Spider-Man.
Right, I'm a fan.
I mean, it was nice to see some gameplay and story about Spider-Man 2. I'm kind of excited for the Metal Gear because I kind of want to play the first one again. Now I have a way to do it without having to emulate it.
What's the third game?
But it would have been nice if they actually would have did a remake of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah. So I did forget to mention there's a Metal Gear Solid collection they announced also right after the showcase.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like the 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. But then you also have the remake, which is 3. So
it's Metal Gear 1 and 2, then you have Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. So all 5 of those games are actually coming out on there. And then but they said there's more. They're hinting at there's a part 2 of that collection. So maybe Metal Gear Solid 4 will come.
They didn't hint. It's only because the collection says Volume 1.
Yeah.
They didn't say there's going to be another one, but the fact that it says Volume 1 hints at a possibility of another volume.
They show? I could have sworn in like
it wasn't on there. No, it wasn't on there because everyone was talking about it on Twitter.
No, I'm saying like in the thing, there's a picture with like a question mark, like showing like they are going to do like a Volume 2. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that at all.
What's it called? Metal Gear Solid Collection, right? That's all it's called.
I think it said Volume 1.
Looking for like the press release.
I wouldn't announce Volume 2 at all because I would have the fans to be like, yo, if you want the Volume 2, these sales for Volume 1 better be up there. And then be like, then you get your Volume 2.
Yeah, so like on the release here, so it shows like lists of games and it just says Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and then there's a plus and a question mark and it says stay tuned for more information. So, but I guess that's probably for the volume. So yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah. Master Collection version? What does that mean? I hate when they do things like that. But I mean, I would assume they probably would do Metal Gear Solid 4, probably an updated version of Metal Gear Solid 5, Peace Walker, Portable Ops, and maybe like the side games like Metal Gear Acid and stuff like that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do with that.
I mean, that was so close. I'm buying the Metal Gear Solid HD collection on PS3 just so I can like get on my PS3 and dump it. But if they're coming with this, I'm out just wait at that point.
Yeah, exactly, right? But yeah, as far as me, like, man, I don't know. Kind of hard to say. Like, I guess Spider-Man 2 doesn't impress me. It just
like more. The overall showcase was fine. You know, Spider-Man 2, awesome. It was great to see it. But I think the overall, like the whole thing, was just kind of like.
Now, was the showcase necessary? No.
No.
Could they have just released a Spider-Man trailer and premiered it on the thing? Be like, this is when it's debuting and get the same effect? Yes. I think they were contracted to be like, yo, we need to do a showcase every year. It has to be 60 minutes long. And there you go.
Yeah.
Because 1/4 of that was just Spider-Man alone. Like that trailer was long.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a bunch of stuff they could have showed. So for example, they could have showed. Well, real quick before that, I think the game I was actually most interested about in the showcase was probably Phantom Zero, and the what's it called? I forgot the game now. The Plucky Squire. There we go. And the game I didn't like the most was probably anything that had a cinematic trailer, which is like 90% of the showcase. So, but yeah, like there's a bunch of games they could have showed, like Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 Rebirth. That Square Enix announced that's coming later on this year. They could have showed that there because we do know it's PS5 exclusive. It's not coming to PC or anything. It's only PS5. They didn't show that. Like, all right, so I'm assuming it's probably not coming out this year. Honestly, having 2 Final Fantasy games in a year, that I can't see that. So I kind of knew from the get go. They could have shown more Kingdom Hearts 4, right? Like I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more Kingdom Hearts 4 because we saw a little bit of that, and then we haven't seen it within a year now, maybe a couple of years. So they could.
I think it's been longer than a year.
Has it been? Okay.
No? Do you think
I don't remember?
Pretty sure it's like almost a year and a half or a little bit over that, to be honest with you. So
Punch is working on, right? hopefully Ghost of Tsushima 2 or Ghost of something else, right? Like that would be pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind it. What's up?
Yeah, because Ghost of Tsushima came out like 3 years ago now? Over 3 years ago.
Yeah, I want to say 2020. I believe
2020.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it was 2020. Yeah, because didn't it come out during the pandemic? It came out like right before Final Fantasy VII, no?
Maybe.
I mean, it's about 3 years now, so
yeah. So I want to say 3 years ago. But I know they're working on another game. Like I wouldn't mind like a part 2 or like a Ghost of Tsushima light game, but set in maybe like ancient China, not ancient China, but like China from the past or like Korea from the past or anything like that. That would be pretty interesting. Like I would be excited for that. Days Gone 2 should have been a thing. Yeah, Days Gone is not gonna be a thing, unfortunately, because they're treating Ben Studios like babies. Which kind of sucks.
Didn't the other zombie game flop too? What was it?
Yeah, Days Gone. That one.
Was it Days Gone?
Yeah, Days Gone was. Like I don't know.
Redfall was another zombie game that flopped too.
Yeah,
I was thinking Dead Island too.
Yeah. Well, Dead Island got good reviews, but we don't know how sales are. And nowadays, if it doesn't sell,
was it the Dying Light? Was Dying Light 3 is that a thing?
Dying Light 2 was a thing.
2 came out last February.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think that was garbage.
So there's that, and then what else? I mean, yeah, there's just quite a few things they can show more. Silent Hill 2, because we do know that's PlayStation exclusive as well.
Naughty Dog too. Like
yeah, Naughty Dog is also working on another game, but I guess if they can't even show Last of Us multiplayer, we can't expect them to show anything.
Speaking of Naughty Dog, I just seen that like officially like Last of Us Part 3 is in development.
Interesting. And I know they said they have a new IP they're working on too.
Well, that studio just got huge. So
actress as well though.
Say it again.
The Ellie actress was going through some things, so hopefully it can be resolved in a timely manner.
Interesting. Did not know about that. Yeah, I mean, I'll rate the showcase like I don't know, it's like a D 7, to me. Like 6. Yeah, I would say like a 6 or a 5. Maybe 5. I'll lean more on the 5 because I hate cinematic trailers. And the minute you have a cinematic trailer, you go down by 2 points, and then you had like 8 cinematic trailers there. So that's, I guess, I guess it would be negative technically.
I would say it was a waste of life, but I watched it while I was working, so I was getting paid. So I'm just like, whatever. Like,
yeah, it's a shame. Not good. We'll see what they have. We still have next week. I don't know if there's any showcases this upcoming week, but I know the following week, I believe Xbox doing their showcase. Their showcase is on Sunday, so we will probably watch that during the day, and then that is going to be our topic during the podcast. So definitely stay tuned for that because that'll probably be the main topic for that. We'll see if Xbox can actually redeem themselves.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
But that's all we're gonna have for today. Let's go ahead and do a quick round of video game 20 questions because then I have to head out. Ash, it's your turn. Did you choose the game already?
Yep, already chose a game.
All right, let's begin. Let's see. Did this game come out before the year 2000?
Nope.
No? Okay. So it's a newer game.
Did it come out after 2010?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the game exclusive to one console?
Yes.
Okay. Is this game an RPG?
Yes.
Okay, we're a lot of yeses.
Is it a Sony exclusive?
No.
Okay.
So it's gotta be Nintendo. I mean, Xbox don't make RPGs. Is it a Nintendo exclusive?
Yes.
That was a stupid question. But I just want to be sure. So it could be portable or regular.
It's after 2010, so yeah, it could be 3DS or
Switch,
Wii U or Switch.
Yeah. Did this game come out on the Switch?
No.
Okay, so it's DS or Wii U. We said Nintendo exclusive. Are we assuming it's first party or could it be third party?
Can we get a shorter date, like for time? Because we have 13 years.
Well, if it didn't come out on the Switch, then it's gonna be between 2010 2015 because the Switch came out in 2016.
Right.
Did it? I thought 2017 was when the Switch came out.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
it was.
I thought it was 16.
Yeah. It's got to
even
be.
then, that's still a 7 year.
So it's got to be 3DS. Yeah, it's 3DS or Wii U.
Do we ask if it's a handheld exclusive?
No, I don't think we did. No, we didn't.
Is it handheld exclusive?
Yes.
Okay, so 3DS.
3DS.
Oh, guys, good luck, because I have no RPGs that I've played on the 3DS.
I only just started owning one, so.
Is it a first party exclusive?
No.
All right. Oof.
Yeah, there's a lot of RPGs on the 3DS.
That's third party, yeah. All right, just A Train Odyssey or A Train. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Like something Historia too?
Could be like Kingdom
Radiant
Hearts 3D
Historia.
remix.
Yeah.
We could
Kingdom Hearts 3D, yeah.
I think we could start probably with studios, but that'd probably be the best thing.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
If Square Enix or like something like that.
I'm trying to think.
Do we want to knock out the big one?
Well, I'm trying to think what Square Enix exclusives were available on 3DS. There are RPGs.
You have Bravely Default.
Okay, I forgot about that game.
You have the Dragon Quest game.
Oh yeah, you have 8, but I wouldn't call that exclusive because those are just ports of the PS2, so those wouldn't count. Well, I guess they're remakes actually. Yeah. Or 7's a remake, not 8.
Well, I mean, Golden Sun.
Oh,
Golden Sun wasn't on 3DS.
They had a 3DS version, didn't they?
No, it was DS.
Yeah, I was about to say. It was like Golden Sun was on a 3DS. I could have bought that.
He just answered our question. See? Yeah, no, there was no DS version. Or no 3DS version. Sorry. Well, let's just ask Square Enix then. Was the game made or published by Square Enix?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's a big RPG one that we can just knock out if it's from the Pokemon company.
Yeah, there's Pokemon. Yeah.
That would knock out every single Pokemon game there is.
Does Nintendo? Let's see, does the publisher of this game? I'm trying to figure out a way that can knock off Nintendo first party and like Pokemon Company.
Oh, would you consider Pokemon a first party game? Because it's one of their main titles.
It's not really first party though, because technically speaking, they could make it on another platform if they wanted to. They just choose not to. All right, is this game
Nintendo
either a Nintendo first? Was this game developed by Nintendo first party studio or the Pokemon Company?
Repeat that question one more time, please.
Was this game developed by a Nintendo first party studio or the Pokemon Company?
All right, give me 1 second.
If he has to look it up, then it's
definitely not Pokemon. If he has to look it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh yeah, that was on 3DS.
3DS.
Yeah. Okay. Is there multiple games in this series?
Yes.
How many questions do we have left?
You got 6 questions left in the guess.
Yeah. I'm liking where I'm at. But it was Nintendo first party. It's got to be Xenoblade Chronicles, right?
I mean, wouldn't you consider Fire Emblem like Nintendo first party?
There's also Fire Emblem, yeah. Well, Intelligent Systems, I believe, is not first party. They are.
We could ask if it was made by Monolith or whatever.
Yeah, Monolith Soft.
Yeah.
Was it made by Monolith Soft?
Yes.
Okay. Is it got to be Xenoblade? Yeah. Is there a line in this game of a person saying, "I'm really feeling it"?
No.
Oh. Huh. Whoa. Crazy. Okay. What other game did Monolith Soft made on the 3DS?
You should have asked if it was part of the Xenoblade Chronicles.
Well, that's the only game that's on 3DS. And Schultz says, "I'm really feeling it." So if he says no, then it's not Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, shoot.
We're in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
I don't know what other game.
Yeah, I don't know of any other RPG game that Monolith Soft made.
Yeah, help us out.
Ooh, Project Cross Zone.
Yeah, the one with the where I know what you're talking about. It's the tactic style, but it has like they had Tekken characters and
Are there multiple? Are there multiple
IPs in one game
in this game?
Yep.
Okay, it's got to be that. Can you?
And there's more than one of the Project Zone.
Yeah,
there was more than one.
So the second one, can you play as Fiora, or can you have Fiora in this game? Wait, no, hold on. I'm trying to think. Can you play as Haseo in this game?
Repeat that again?
Can you play as Haseo in this game? Haseo. He's from Dahak GU.
Oh, Dahak.
Because if the answer is no, then it's part 1. If the answer is yes, it's part 2, because Haseo was only part 2.
Or we can literally ask if it's the first game in the series or the second game in the series.
That's true. We could have asked that. I was trying to be a little more interesting.
It's no.
No? So it's got to be part 1.
Is it the first game in the series?
Actually,
technically no.
No, it's Project Cross Zone 1, because they did other ones that was on PS2 and stuff like that. Yeah, so I remember that. Is it Project Cross Zone?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Because they had the PS2 one. I never forget it. I wanted to play that so bad.
Yeah, it was called Namco X Capcom, and that was technically the first part of the series, but that was only Japan exclusive.
Yeah. Because I remember when I saw that, I was like, what? Tactical RPG where you have Mega Man X and everything?
And fun fact, the physical copy of this game is over $200.
Over how much?
I have it. Yeah, thankfully, I have it myself.
How much is it?
$200.
Oh, $200.
$200.
They said over $300. I was like, what? Well, $200 is still a lot. Holy cow!
That's Xenosaga episode 3. That's $300 right there.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm pretty sure they'll go ahead and port Xenosaga, especially after that ending of the DLC. No spoilers.
About Project Cross Zone. I actually have the ROM of it, and I was.
They haven't imported it at X yet, so I mean, at this point, I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
I just couldn't imagine getting up and grabbing my disc.
Good job, guys.
Your disc?
Glad you guys snapped with that Project Cross Zone stuff. I'm proud of you. I was like, oh no, please, not there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you weren't here earlier, but I was telling Mike and Fan that I'm really think I'm gonna go ahead and sell my digital PS4 so I can get the disc version of the PS5. Mainly because if I want collector's editions, I can't get them. Or let me rephrase that. I can get them, but then I'll have to buy the game twice because I have to buy it digitally and then buy the disc version as well.
You know what? I just found out. I just do something weird. I went for the disc version of the PS5.
Yeah.
But I will never buy a disc. Like,
Let's
I
trade.
don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it.
There we go. We'll just trade. That's all we gotta do. Call it a day. That's it. Let's see. Lloyd Beat says, when are they gonna make a Smash style Square Enix Smash Up brawler? I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a good idea.
I mean, they had a Smash style game.
Well, they had Dissidia. Dissidia Final Fantasy.
If you want to count Dissidia,
yeah.
There's that, but no, they also had one that had like a bunch of different Sony IP characters.
Oh, PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But he's talking about like Square Enix themselves. And then Naruto says he was here the whole time. Yeah, man. Appreciate you always showing up. You're always there with Sensei too. I mean, you got him. He's always there. He's got your back 24/7.
Oh yeah, he's my moderator for my channel.
It says, was that the Battle Royale mobile thing? Which one? Dissidia? Or are you thinking of what's the Battle Royale Final Fantasy game? First Soldier First Order. First Soldier.
First Soldier. I forgot about that one. That looked fun. I watched a friend play it on his new iPad and stuff. It looked cool. I wish they could have put it on other platforms or something like that. So
yeah, that one was it was interesting, but oh well. But that's all the time we have for today. Appreciate everybody who showed up. Sorry for rushing through this ending bit because I have to actually head out and do some stuff get ready for tomorrow. But yeah, don't forget. Thanks everybody for showing up. Don't forget, like and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. We are trying to hit that 400 subscriber goal by the end of the month, which, I mean, unless a miracle happens, we won't be there. But our goal is by the end of June, my birthday month, let's hit 500 subscriber goals, or 500 subscribers on there. We're trying to hit that. We will have a event plan if we hit that 500 subscriber goal in June. I mean, regardless if we get 500, we're going to have an event plan too, because that's going to put us halfway to YouTube partner. So definitely would appreciate you guys if you haven't already. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It does help us out there. We also do release videos typically twice a week, where we just talk about stuff, right? Video game related. We should have a couple of videos this week. Mike has to work on his June video. I'll be working on a video actually discussing Xbox Cloud Gaming. We're going to talk about that because I've been having an interesting experience with that lately. Sensei, where can I catch you at?
At NPSensei under Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and catch me here.
Mike, or actually Fan, where can I catch you at?
Yeah, you can catch me at Phaneckswhy on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Yeah, I think that's about it.
All right. What about you, Ash? Where can I catch you at?
They can catch me. They can catch me on YouTube with Ash Destroyum, Twitter, Twitch. That's about it.
All right, Mike. Where can I catch you at?
Right here. I don't have anything witty to say, so.
All right, and as always, you can catch me, James, here at the Random Encounter Podcast, as well as on YouTube and Twitch, where we do stream. Thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Fan. Thank you, Sensei. We will see you guys next Sunday.
Peace.